Alexa, please answer your phone right now. Are you really messing around with me right now of all times? Where did you run off to after that? Stop screwing around, Alexa! Huh? What do you think I'm screwing around about right now? I'm really sleepy at the moment is all. I just took a wrong turn on my way home and ended up at my parents' place. And I just never expected that you guys would be here right now. That's not at all what's going on here. Just answer your phone right now, please, so we can talk this out instead of having to text. We're at the hospital right now and need to talk. So please answer the phone and let's talk before you have to come out here to see us. What? Why should I have to go all the way out to the hospital to see you right now? That's a real pain in my ass, honestly. I'm not the one who's hurt or sick at the moment. Honestly, Alexa, would you please cut it out with that childish behavior right now and get real with me? Do you have any idea what you just did at all? Before the police and the ambulance had to come out to the scene, you should have been coming over to at least see if things were okay and apologize, right? Huh? The police? In an ambulance? What did the police and that ambulance have to do with me? Why are you guys at the hospital right now? I can't believe this. So you're still drunk right now then? Well, if you were never able to realize this, you went and hit my son with your car. Does that help you recall any memories or anything? Do you think things will end well for you right after you've gone and done something like that in your inebriated state? At the very least, you should be coming out to the hospital right now and apologizing to both my son and I. Why are you getting so upset with me right now? You say that like I hit the kid on purpose, when in reality it was all just an accident, right? All I did was hit the fella a little bit too hard with my bumper. So would you please stop trying to blow everything out of proportion over there? Did you never realize that an ambulance had to literally come and take us to the hospital right after what you did? None of this is just a hoax by me, because he literally had to come to the ER unit here because of the condition you left him in. Did you not realize just how badly he was hurt before you ran off? And when you drove off, I could tell that you were drunk behind that wheel. I can't believe you'd hit a kid with your car, all because you're drunk driving. And he happens to be your nephew as well. There is no way something like this could have happened, and you're still not apologizing for any of it. How much more pissed off are you going to get with me? I'm really sleepy right now, and I think for right now, I'm going to catch some sleep. And perhaps if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I'll come out to the hospital and say hi. But that's only if I'm feeling up to it. Huh? So you don't even feel sorry for what you've done to him? What the hell, Alexa? What kind of frickin' nerves do you have to be talking to me like this after what you've done? This is your little brother's son you hit, and yet you don't even feel bad about it? Right now, we're all in a panic after what happened and are seriously worried about how our son is going to recover from this. All right. I get it already. How about you take a second to calm down over there? Right now, I am very sleepy and need to get to sleep. See you later. No freaking way. I can't believe the nerve you have to be doing this right now. I am not going to forgive you for what you've done to your own family today.
I'm on my way out there right now, Chaya. It shouldn't be too much longer before I arrive. How is Cam doing? What happened to him wasn't life-threatening, was it?
Okay, he's not in any life-threatening situation anymore, but he has quite a few broken bones and will have to undergo a few surgeries for them. He was screaming his eyes out, and any time I had to look over at him while he was being taken into the ambulance by the EMTs, I couldn't bear it. I feel so bad for our little boy.
Why the hell did something like this happen to him? I know we just called and all, but I forgot to ask you about that. You were back at my parents' house, right?
I was there at the house, but Cam had fallen asleep, and so I thought it was time for us to start making our way back home. And when I put him out in the car, he woke up and wanted to get out for a little bit. And as he stepped out of the car to run off his energy, he was hit by a car.
And the car that went and hit him was my sister's car, right?
That's right. That left him in a terrible state. I freaked out at the sight of it, and before I even went over to see how he was doing, I called 911.
How about my sister then? Why was she rushing back to our parents' house like that out of nowhere? And what was she doing driving through the yard to park her car at the house? She's never driven that crazily before whenever I've been around her.
Jonas, your sister was drunk when she was behind the wheel of her car.
What? Are you sure that she was really drunk when she came and hit Cam like that?
I am not going to forgive her for what she's done this time. She never even bothered to come and see either one of us to apologize and instead raced into your parents' house after she got out of her car. She fell asleep soon after that, and I haven't been able to get anything else from her since. You really think we're going to be able to forgive her after she pulled something as reckless and deadly as that? I'm not even going to forgive her for being your family, Jonas.
I know that.
What?
You really think that either one of us are going to forgive her for hitting our kid while under the influence? Just because she's my older sister? Not happening. I'll be at the hospital really soon here, so once I'm there with you, let's talk about what to do next.
Understood. I'll be waiting for you in the waiting room. When you're here, give me a call to let me know.
Sure thing.
Yeah, I slept so well last night. By the way, what all happened there last night? I can see a ton of calls came from you on my phone, so what's all of that about? Did something really happen that required you to call me 27 times like that without leaving any voicemails? Jesus. Are you saying you don't even remember a thing about what all went down last night? There is no way that can be the case, even for you, Alexa. If you really don't remember anything about all the horrible things you did last night before running away from everyone, well then allow me to refresh your memory on all of it right now, please. What the hell? Are you really that upset about me slightly hitting that little brat last night? Huh? You shouldn't be getting that upset with me over hitting your little brat like that. If he's still breathing, then what's the big problem between you and I? And it's not like any of the injuries he had last night could have been anything major, right? Are you really Cam's aunt if you're saying things like that about him right now? There has to be a limit to how insane you must be calling your own nephew a brat like that and saying that hitting him with your car was nothing. If you're really going to be calling me, of all people, insane, then that must mean you're even more crazy than I am. What the hell do you think you're saying to your older sister-in-law right now? You cut it out thinking you have the right to talk to me like that. I am so done with this. So you really don't care at all about what you did last night? Had you actually wanted to apologize to us for what you'd done, I might spend a bit more time thinking on this. But there is nothing left for me to think about now, and I will not be forgiving you for what you've done. My son is going to have to stay in this hospital for 2 months now getting treated because of you. You have to agree that there is no way for me to forgive you now after that. Why do you keep on running your mouth about that? You're not going to forgive me, huh? How freaking hilarious can you be? Are you really saying that you can do something to me after that? Tell me, what can you actually do to me that might get me to shiver in my shoes? You were literally drunk driving, and you're going to say something as cocky as that? I'm past the point of being fed up with you now, seeing that you don't even feel bad for what you've done one bit. And if you're thinking of talking with the police about all of this, that's not going to work for you. Huh? After all you've done within the past 24 hours, you think that you can keep on running away from it? I can't believe you'd hit a kid with your car all because you were drunk driving. No matter what I've done, it's never going to end with me being criminally charged in any way. That's too bad for you guys now, isn't it? There's no way you're free from all punishment after what you've pulled. Do you really think that everything just revolves around you? Just because I hit your brat a little, don't have a whole temper tantrum. My husband's the sheriff, which means that he'll just cover all this up, and there will be no way for you to prove me guilty. And my father is the superintendent of the Metropolitan Police Department. What? Excuse me? What are you going on about? What do you mean that your father is the superintendent of the Metropolitan Police? You have to realize that you can't just call your father something as respectable as that. I'm not trying to throw a title like that around to scare you, but I am also not lying to you about who he is. I have no plans of letting you get away with what you've done to my son, and I made sure to tell my dad everything already. Huh? Are you being serious right now? Alexis, something tells me this wasn't your first time doing something like this, right? Are you sure you haven't been abusing your husband's power in order to make sure that any charges or cases against you were dropped? If that's really what you've been doing, then it won't only be you who gets in trouble if things are exposed. Your husband will be in the same place you are, right? Hold on. What are you actually going on about right now? There's no way anyone is going to find out about all of this. I don't even think anything you're talking about right now has happened before. I have no memory. I happen to be pretty forgetful when it comes to things of the past, after all. And as for your father actually being the superintendent, that was just a joke, right? You think I'm telling any jokes at a time as serious as this? Do you really think you can just get the sheriff to just drop whatever it was you've done? The fact that you even think something like that can always work for you is a major problem. I've already spoken with my dad about this, and he's already working on dealing with the both of you. Huh? You didn't actually tell him about everything, did you? So, does this really mean that your father is the superintendent of the Metro Police? Did you always have someone in your family that important? I never really talked about the kind of work my dad does. A lot of times my family likes to think it's a pain to have to talk with everyone about who my dad is and such, so we just keep our mouths shut about him. So it's nothing out of the normal for you to have not been aware of who he is either. But what I've told you about him is the truth, and now you're most definitely going to be placed under arrest. And the same thing's going to happen with your husband. Wait. Isn't this all a little bit strange? Calm down over there, Shea. What is all of this? What are you actually talking about right now? Did you really just say that my husband and I are going to be placed under arrest? What do you mean by that? Tell me when I ever did anything that requires me to be taken away by the police. What? You're asking me something like that right now? You just went and hit someone's kid last night while drunk driving, and then told me you were going to exploit your husband's rank in the police to get away with it. Saying something like that now about what you've done is so crazy that I have nothing to say about it, actually. Now, please take the time to really think about all you've done and reflect on it a bit. Wait a second. I get it now. You're really, really upset at me for what happened, but I'll apologize to you for it. That should be enough for you, right? Huh? I'm really sorry. I feel really bad now for what I've done. I never meant to cause any harm to the little fella. I was being very careless at the time. I forgot about how much I had to drink, and then I got in the car without having anyone come and stop me. I really caused a lot of trouble for your little guy. Is Cam going to be all right? But I still happen to be a part of his family. Can we just get past all of this as a family and not have to involve anyone else? Seriously? You're joking right now, correct? What do you mean by calling this a joke? I'm being completely serious right now about having felt really bad for you guys. I've learned my lesson even. Yesterday I was in such disbelief over what I'd done when I'd come home, and that kept me up all night long. I really didn't get any sleep last night thinking about him. But at the beginning of this conversation you said you slept really well, didn't you? I was just trying to act tough. In reality, I never slept at all because I was so worried. But I didn't want to have you seeing how worried I've been, so I tried to act tough. I'm really sorry, okay? You can understand that, right? Come on. Now you're trying way too hard. What the hell just happened to you there? Did you really think acting like that was going to fool me any? What? Don't tell me, Shea, that after your sister-in-law went through saying all of that to you, you're not going to forgive her still? That would be very narrow-minded of you, right? If you keep acting that narrow-minded after what happened, then you're going to start making Jonas hate you. You'll become hated by my parents as well, and then you might have to go through a really painful divorce, all right? Don't worry about that, because all of them are on my side right now. What? What do you mean they're all on your side? They're all my family, though, right? What you did, my husband ended up seeing with his own eyes. Have you still not realized just how upset he is with you now? What? Is that the reason why I have all these calls from him, too? Now things are really becoming a pain for me. I never knew that he was around when all that happened, too. But him being there has nothing to do with me. Him and my parents are all my family, which means that they have to be on my side in all of this, until the very end. So if you don't want to be hated by all my family, you need to start being a bit more forgiving, and we can start by forgiving one another right now, okay? There is nothing I need your forgiveness for right now, though. Also, even if none of your family was on my side in all of this, I still have my dad, who is furious with you and your husband right now. And neither of us will ever be letting you get off the hook. You and your husband are finished. We're going to make you both pay for all the things you've done up until this moment. Wait a second, Shea. This can't be happening, right? I just apologized to you from the bottom of my heart, right? At least let me settle out of court with you, please. If you don't give us a little slack, both my husband and I will be in trouble. By the way, your father is the superintendent, right? Then perhaps you can talk with him and have all of this swept under the rug for us? Huh? Did you just completely forget about everything we just talked about there? You must be suffering from some serious dementia or something. Don't say something like that to me. You and I are family, right? If we were really family, then you would have never avoided us after hitting my son, and you would have never stayed away from the hospital, and you would have never said that you'd get your husband to cover all of this up. These are the reasons why I no longer think of you as my family. If you can understand that now, would you please screw off? Hey, you're talking too much. Also, no matter how much you happen to hate me, Jonas is still my brother, right? So even if you try, you'll never be able to cut ties to me. As family, why don't we just try to stay close? You would never want a member of your family being tried as a criminal, right? Jonas already told me that he no longer sees you as his older sister and that he never wants to see you again. What? Jonas said that? Well, of course he did. Cam isn't just my son, but Jonas's son as well, right? Jonas is really pissed off right now as well, and he said he will never be forgiving you. We already spoke with your parents, and they both have gone and cut ties to you as well now. Huh? None of them can do that to me. We're family, right? What the hell do they all think they're doing not helping a family member out when they're in a pinch? Do you understand, Shea? I am your family. No matter how hard you try and twist things, they won't bend. Thinking that you could ever be forgiven for hitting someone else's child while driving drunk is way beyond me. Are you really that much of an insect? I'm kind of enthused by how crazy you're behaving right now. I already knew that you'd try using your husband's position to have all of this covered up, but the fact that you actually tried to say that to me without a care in the world for what you'd done is just unbelievable. Both you and your husband are literal scum. But thankfully, I have no plans of ever talking to you guys again. Just take yourself to the police station right now and have them arrest you right there. And then you can watch as your husband has the same thing happen to him. Wait, Shea, we'd really be in heaps of trouble at that point. Help us. I'll apologize to Cam himself about what happened. I've told you many times already, haven't I? Apologizing right now is too late for you. I'm not even interested in talking with you now, so could you please stop? Now enjoy having to go to prison and being rehabilitated there. I hope you regret everything you've done while you rot there. I'm so sorry, Shea. I never meant to cause any harm. If nothing happens to save me, I'll really become a criminal. Save me. Tell the police to leave me alone and that I did nothing wrong. Wait, you're asking that now after you just went and tried to assault someone? You came at me carrying a knife of some sort, right? And that's why you were taken down right on the spot by the police. What did you think was going to happen? You're being a total dick right now. I was already disowned by both of my parents and my brother and have not gotten any help from anyone. My husband's been taken into custody by the police and is under investigation now and is going to have to hand over a lot of money for what happened as well. And because of that, he's now blaming me out of spite. I'm already having to go to court to be sued by you for driving drunk and hitting Cam on top of having to actually be charged for those crimes. Why am I the only one having to go through all this hell right now? Isn't this screwed up? All of this is because of you, Alexa. Are you really saying that right now? If that's the case, then perhaps it's time for you to open those eyes. What do you mean, open my eyes? I mean what I just said. Why are you blaming me for all of this? You can hate me all you want, but how about you begin to hate yourself now as well? My son and I are victims of your actions. Understand that? You literally hit my son with your car and have sent him to the hospital where he is going to have to stay now for 2 months. I have every right to want to sue you after that out of my anger. Yet for some reason you still don't seem to think you've done anything worth being sued over, right? But what? There are no buts anymore. All you're doing right now is trying to blame me for all the horrible choices you've made. And the reason your husband is being held in a jail cell right now while he's being investigated for his crimes is because of what you'd done and had him cover up. The reason your husband has to go through hell now is because of you. So it kind of makes sense for him and everyone else to be upset with you now, right? I mean, he's to blame as well for a lot of these things, considering he made the final choice as a sheriff to help cover up all your crimes. Who do you think you are talking to me like that? You don't know anything about me. I really don't, and I don't ever want to either. I mean, you literally came at me with a knife out of spite for the crimes you'd already committed, making you a criminal at heart. So of course I'd never even be able to understand you if I tried. Now that's all from me. Wait, what about the police? What was that? What about them? You think I'm going to ask them to let you get away? I want them to take you away so that you'll have a very long time to regret what you've done, and maybe even learn to be a decent member of society again. Everything you've done is not only illegal, but felonies to the highest degree. You should understand all of that without even having to listen to me tell you, right? Your family and my son are all saddened by the person you've turned out to be. And when it comes to myself, I'm sad as well, but I'm also very upset. What? So that's why my family isn't helping me right now? They all believe that this is my fault? Are you starting to finally get things now? You've been acting like a selfish prick for the longest time now, and all that selfishness is finally coming back to bite you in the ass. I think you really need to start taking responsibility for all of that now. Jonas is praying that you learn from what you've done. He doesn't want to see his older sister turning out the way you've been. And as for me, I never wanted to see my son ending up the way he did due to his own aunt's reckless actions. He's only 5, yet he's had to experience something that's left him immobilized in a hospital bed. It hurts me deeply to see him that way. Is that so? I'm really sorry, Shea. I don't know what I should be saying now. You don't have to say anything now. Just learn from your mistakes and change your life around, please. There were people that actually trusted and believed in you. So do it for them.
I just got a call from my mom not too long ago. My sister ended up getting a divorce from her husband.
Is that what happened between those two? Well, after all that's happened so far between those two now, I can understand why.
Are you happy with having them pay us that much in court settlements after that long battle for Cam? I'm sure not forgiving either one of them still, but something in your eyes said otherwise.
I'm not happy with everything yet, and sure have not forgiven Alexa. But seeing her and her now ex-husband paying up did make me realize she might actually be able to change. With that, I hope her time in prison will really give her a chance to change for the better and come out of there as a decent member of society someday.
My mom was saying that when Alexa called her from her jail cell the other night, she explained how sorry she really was, and that she'd take full responsibility by pleading guilty, which she thankfully did. I think that does show that Alexa will be willing to change her ways in prison to make up for what she'd done. I'll just have to see how long that actually takes her.
Really, I'm just happy that Cam is starting to heal up really well now after his surgeries, and that he'll be able to properly play outside again soon. And in all honesty, he doesn't seem to be traumatized after all of that.
Alexa said that she'd someday like to come and apologize to Cam. But my dad told her it's better to never come around the 3 of us again. Which makes sense considering all she'd done. At least we have all that money we'd won from her now. Really makes you wonder if she was ever thinking about the rest of us like family. I'm sure she does now after all that's gone down. But it's too late for her there, right?
That's right. I just pray now that when she does get released, she can find a life of her own someplace else and never come back to us. It hurts me to have to say this, but perhaps her drunk driving and almost killing our son was that kind of help that she needed to help break her out of that crippling selfishness. But the outcome to all of this is really going to be up to her now. After all that had happened, Alexa ended up being sentenced to 15 years in prison for her crimes of driving under the influence and almost killing my son with her car. And that was after having to pay my husband and I a settlement of $150,000 for our son. She was also given another 5 years for attempted murder after coming at me with that knife before the police stopped her about 6 feet away from me. Nobody in the family is ever going to forgive her for what she'd done, and that emotion will carry on even after she's out of the prison and walking the streets again. But one thing is for sure, and that is that she is well aware of that now, and will hopefully use that shame and regret to fix herself for everyone's sake. She may never be able to come back to her original family ever again, but I'm hoping that she'll make a new family of her own later in life. or at least be able to return to life without falling back into the rut of selfishness she'd been in around us. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Toby, are you there? Oh, I really just can't believe that tomorrow is the big day. It feels like we've been waiting so long for you and I to be getting married, and now it's finally happening.
I know. It feels like just yesterday I got down on one knee and asked you to marry me, and now the day's finally right around the corner for you and I to come together. I couldn't be more excited for this to happen. You and I are finally going to become husband and wife. It really is just like a dream come true.
I know what you mean, and it's going to be such a nice day when all of our friends and family show up to help us celebrate you and coming together like this. I know that we're still trying to keep the ceremony small and all, but I'm still looking forward to seeing everyone. It means so much that they all wanted to be there for us on this special day.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm so happy that all of our guests seem like they're going to be able to make the wedding. It really does mean a lot that they're all going to be here. Oh, and by the way, I just really wanted to make sure with you before the big day that you're still okay with me inviting that one old friend from way back that I have. You know, the woman I was telling you about?
Come on, what are you talking about, Toby? You really think I care if some guests that you invite are women? Of course she can come. It's not like I'm the kind of person who would get upset with you just because you have a woman as a friend. You know I'm not that kind of person, right?
Well, I know that you're not that kind of person and that you wouldn't get mad at me just 'cause my friend's a woman, but, well, I have told you about how sick this person is, right? But when she got the invitation, she said it gave her enough strength to think that she'd be okay to come to our wedding. So I think she's really, really looking forward to it as well.
I see. Well, in that case, I'm glad that you told me about all of this, because I guess we'll just have to make sure that we do our best to accommodate her in case anything changes with her condition. I'll go ahead and let the venue know to tell their staff that we have a guest who's coming and is quite sick, and there's a chance they may react badly to something at the wedding.
Thank you so much for going out of your way to do that, Sandra. It really does mean the world to me that you're like this, you know that? I mean, I know that we're really, really busy planning for all of this, and I know it's right around the corner, so I think it's great you're trying to make arrangements for guests even now.
Oh, come on, of course I would. I want everyone there at our wedding to be able to enjoy it to the fullest. I think we're going to have the best wedding ever. And that's why I want every single person that comes to our wedding to leave with nothing but happy, amazing memories.
Yeah, I really hope everyone who comes is able to really enjoy what they see. After all, I really want to make sure the wedding goes off without a hitch so my dad can see how well things are going to go for us. He's always yelling at me at home about how much I need to be doing to make you happy and how I have to work hard to be a good husband and all that stuff. He can be so strict sometimes.
Yeah, that does sound a bit like your dad, if I'm being honest with you. He always did come off to me as a rather severe person. But I'm just so happy that we met and that he seems to like me as a potential daughter-in-law. So I suppose for me, that's what matters most. Anyways, I still just can't believe that we're right around the corner from getting married. This is all really happening. I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the big day.
Hey, Sandra, what's the matter? Is everything okay? I don't understand why you're refusing to come out of the changing room. I mean, don't you know that all of our guests have already arrived and are waiting for the wedding to start? It was only just now that one of your bridesmaids told me that you ran back into the changing room after bursting out into tears. What's going on here? You don't want to ruin this wedding for everyone, do you? Come on out, let's keep this show going. You don't want to let everyone out there down, right? I thought you said you wanted to make sure that everyone went home with happy memories. What in the world are you thinking right now?
How dare you try to talk to me as if you have no idea at all what you've done to me? You keep talking as if I'm the one who's about to ruin this wedding for all our guests and each other, but you're the one who's bringing this all down. I mean, you know that I saw what you were doing, right? You were literally cutting our wedding cake with some lady who wasn't even me. And not only that, but when I tried to approach you two and ask what was going on, you only told me to get lost. Then you just kept cutting the cake with this woman as if you were getting married to her and not me? How could you do this to me? And who even is that lady that you were standing up there cutting the cake with in the first place? What did I do to deserve you treating me like this?
Sandra, come on. Are you really acting like this just over that? I thought you knew that the woman I was standing with earlier was just my friend Kate, you know, the sick one. So I just really can't wrap my head around why what I did is getting you so upset like this. I mean, is it really even that big of a deal? I would have thought you'd be above acting like this.
Wait, what? What do you mean? Was that really Kate? And do you really not understand at all why I still might be upset at you for what you just did to me now?
All I'm saying is that you and I have barely been married for 30 minutes and you're already trying to find ways to tear us apart and make things more difficult for both of us. I just think that it might be good to try and regain some perspective and tell yourself that after all, it's only cake. I really don't think it's worth getting so upset like this.
I really am just not sure that I know how to respond to this at all. I mean, are you really telling me that you think this has no big deal at all for me? Why are you invalidating my feelings like this?
It's not that I don't understand your feelings, but it's just... Well, think about it. Kate is a dear friend from my childhood, and she's really, really sick. I don't see what's wrong with letting her cut a wedding cake. I mean, I really thought that if anything, you would have approved of what I did. I thought that you were the kind of generous spirit that wouldn't mind letting me cut the cake with another woman.
You know what? I don't even know why I'm trying to talk to you about this anymore. If you're not going to listen, then I'm not going to keep trying.
But are you serious? Come on, I really don't think that you're being fair to me at all. Why can't you just see things my way and get over yourself?
Sandra, come on. I know that you're in there. Please, come out of that room. It's really not good to isolate yourself at a time like this. Please, don't make yourself so alone right now. Beverly, I'm really, really sorry, but I just don't want to see anyone at all right now. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm just not in the best mood. And besides, you probably just came here out of pity for how pathetic I'm acting right now, isn't that right? Well, I'm sorry, but if you come here to try to calm me down just because you felt sorry for me, then I really don't think that's going to work at all. Sandra, please just calm down and read what I'm trying to tell you, okay? I want you to know that I don't think that way about you at all, and I really don't think that any of the guests you have waiting outside for you either think that way about you. Look, you invited your friends and family to this wedding, which means that just about every single person out there came because they care about you and want to watch you get married, okay? In fact, it might even make you a bit happy to know that your parents are just furious right now. They are so upset over what happened to you. Oh, wait, what? You mean that my guests out there are actually on my side? Is that what you're telling me? Of course it is! I mean, could you imagine just how shocked we all were when Toby did what he did? I mean, really? Who even does that on their own wedding day? It doesn't make any sense at all. But anyways, I want you to know that you basically only have friends out there who care about you and are worried about how you're doing. Even Toby's parents are super upset about what he did. Oh, I see. I guess I really didn't think that other people would care about something as silly as that at the same time I did. It's just a dumb old cake after all. I think you and I both know that it's more than just some dumb cake, right? Anyway, I just want you to know that if you don't want to come out, that's okay. I am more than happy to just sit here texting you until you feel more comfortable. But I just worry since you're locking yourself in there that everything is okay. I just want you to know how worried about you we all are and how much we all care about you. Well, if it's really okay with you, I think that there's something that I'd like to ask you. And I don't want you to judge me, but I do want your honest opinion. Ugh, Sandra, how many times am I going to have to tell you that I would never judge you for anything like this at all? But yes, of course. If you have something for me, then of course I'll give you my honest answer. Well, okay, here it goes, I guess. The truth of the matter is that ever since I was a little girl, I had always really, really looked forward to cutting the cake at my own wedding. I mean, it just seems that after you become husband and wife, that's kind of the first thing that you do with one another, right? And I guess in my head, it was the cutting of the cake that kind of cemented the wedding as real and gave it a kind of power and spectacle. Wow. Well, I mean, it's not that I had no idea about any of this, but I guess that I just hadn't thought nearly as deeply about what cutting the cake really means. Not as much as you have, anyways. But I really appreciate you sharing those feelings with me. Well, I know that you and Toby go way, way back, so it just means a lot to me that you and I can talk all of this out. After all, I'm sure that you could probably guess this about me by now, but I just really wanted this day to be full of special memories for Toby and I. But I guess that I'm just not the one he wanted to make memories with after all. And that's what hurts the most about all of this. Well, I was just so shocked when I saw the way that Toby was treating you. I mean, I don't even know what he said to make you run out the way you did, but I just felt awful watching that. I know what you mean. It was like he became a totally different person. He told me to my face that I was an old hag and to beat it. Can you believe that? We'd been looking forward to getting married this entire time, and that's what he has to say to me. I really didn't see it coming. And then when I did come here to catch my breath and cry a bit, Toby didn't even give me a minute's rest before he was telling me that I was ruining the wedding for everyone here. I don't think that he thinks he did a single thing wrong at all. He was just blaming me for everything and won't listen to what I was trying to tell him about how I felt. Excuse me? What did you just say? But Sandra, you didn't do anything wrong. Don't you say such things about yourself. You deserve someone who's going to listen to you. Me too. I can't believe what happened, to be honest. I'm a little bit angry too, so I really just don't know what to do at the moment. It's making me very confused. I couldn't forgive him for talking down to me and making me feel like the bad guy in all of this. I just don't know why I fell in love with a man like that. I never thought that the happiest time of my life would turn into the worst time of my life. I don't know what to feel anymore, Beverly. Should I cry or get angry? My emotions are all over the place and I feel like I'm at a loss as to what to do. I should be feeling this way with someone I love, but I shouldn't be having such negative feelings. I'm really sorry that this has happened, Sandra. I feel truly bad about all of this since I was the one that introduced you to each other in the first place. Sandra, this is my fault too, so let's make him pay for this. Don't worry. I'll make him go through hell for all the pain he's caused you, Sandra. He can't get away with this. It's not fair on you at all. Well, I'm not sure about that, Beverly. There's no need for you to worry about it too much. This is a problem between Toby and I, you know, as a couple. Yes, of course, I get that. That's certainly true, but I am also partially responsible for it in a way as well. I actually don't know how to put this, but... Wait, what? Why are you stuttering like that? Aren't you going to tell me? Beverly, what's going on? Please, just tell me so I'm not so confused.
I'm really sick and tired of your crap right now, Sandra. Get back to the wedding venue already. I can't understand how you haven't come out of your room yet. You're literally ruining everything, Sandra. Your whole family got up and left the venue. The wedding venue is completely empty. What's even worse, the guests that you invited ganged up on me and started criticizing me and my friend. You made the ceremony the worst possible event. How are you gonna fix this now, Sandra? It's all your fault and you need to do something about it. So are you gonna tell me what you're gonna do about it?
Don't you think that all of the things that happened are your fault, Toby? Don't you dare blame me for everything when I hardly did anything to cause the situation to get out of hand.
What the heck did you just say to me? I don't get how I should be the one who's criticized for having a childhood friend cut the wedding cake. You've lost it, Sandra. She was so shocked that she went to bed to sleep it all off. Hey, you're the one who should be explaining this to everyone and apologizing for this getting out of hand.
But everyone is right in criticizing you and having their own opinions about this. I'm not going to make any one of my guests or family apologize for what they've said to you, Toby. Do you even understand the implications of what you've done to me? Have you even given it a second thought? It's sad to think that you haven't at all. Cutting the wedding cake was supposed to be the first thing that we do together as a couple. Getting another woman to collaborate with you is insane. It's like you've sealed the marriage with her instead of me. It's like you're saying that you're both becoming husband and wife in my eyes. You definitely deserve to be criticized, and I'm the victim in all of this. That should go without saying, Toby. I shouldn't be feeling like this on my wedding day.
Oh, come on, stop this nonsense. Since we're the ones who are husband and wife now, you should cut me some slack, Sandra. Just let it go. If you do that, then we'll be able to make many memories together as a married couple in the future. All that happened was someone else cut the cake. Stop being so sulky.
You really don't understand what all this means, Toby. A wedding is such a sacred ceremony, including the cutting of the wedding cake.
What do you mean it's a sacred ceremony? A wedding isn't a magic binding ceremony, all right? What the heck are you on about, Sandra?
Each part of the ceremony is important and has a strong meaning that goes along with it. No other people should be involved. It's not right, Toby. The steps of the ceremony should only be done by the couple that are getting married. You ruined it, Toby, and now you want an apology out of me? Why? When you're the one in the wrong and you abuse my family and guests because of their own views on the situation? I can't forgive you. You're so selfish. You need to brace yourself. I am going to make you go through hell to make up for all the misery you've made me experience. I will make you and that woman suffer.
Oh, wow, I'm shaking in my shoes. You've honestly lost your mind, you know that, right? You're absolutely hysterical. I know you won't do anything to me. You need to calm that crazy mind of yours. Go sit in an ice bath or something. Stop throwing a tantrum like a little baby. It's pathetic. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Once I'm done waiting, I expect you to come and apologize when you've calmed down. I'm your husband, and you should be the one apologizing to me. Maybe then I'll forgive you.
Oh, is that right? Well, if that's what you actually want, then I don't plan on giving it to you easily. I shouldn't have to apologize for something I didn't do. I am not forgiving you for this.
Wait a minute, what did you just say to me? You're not going to apologize? Are you kidding me right now? You're going to regret saying that to me, Sandra. Hey, Beverly, what the heck are you up to? Why did you tell your coworkers about my wedding? Don't think about messing with me. You're the reason I'm being demoted. How dare you let strangers interfere in my marriage problems? It's none of their business at all, Beverly. Whatever you're planning, it's not gonna work.
I'm not planning anything since it's the fault of the person who's done something that caused trouble. All that happened was that it was reported to someone. Also, you do realize that I'm involved with this, right? The woman who crashed my best friend's wedding yesterday was my stupid little sister. She caused my best friend so much trouble. As the older sister, I felt like I helped punish my best friend. Now that I think about it all, I'm glad that we work in the same company so everything is out in the open.
You little cow. As her older sister, you know better than everyone else around you that she's super sick. And yet without any sympathy, I heard that you discriminated against her at home and left them alone.
Huh? What the heck are you even on about, Toby? Did she tell you that? Do you seriously believe that I'd do something like that to my own family?
If you think you can hide that little piece of information, you're wrong. You've got such a messed up personality. That's why you and my stupid wife are best buddies, right? They say birds of a feather flock together, so that makes you and my wife rotten old hags that hate everything and everyone. You're both one and the same. It's gross. Doing horrible things to sick people, especially someone that's related to you, is a complete and utter disgusting thing to do as a human being.
I don't get what on earth you're talking about, Toby, because it's all lies. My sister's illness was only throughout her childhood. She was cured almost 10 years ago, okay?
Whoa, hold on just a second, okay? Did you just say that your little sister was cured of her sickness years ago? She's no longer sick or anything?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've repeated this to you many times before, okay? My sister has been feeling so much better than when she was a kid. She can even go outside all the time. In fact, when you were a school student, you took her out one time, remember? You used to go to theme parks a lot. Did you blank that out of your memory or something?
Okay, yeah, I remember that. I've not completely lost my memory. I knew that she was cured then when we were doing that, but I heard that she's relapsed again recently. Plus, when we met up again, she was coughing and it looked like she was in a lot of pain. I'm sure that you put her under a lot of stress. That's why she's gone into relapse.
What the heck, man? You're delusional. I'm going to have to go and say something to the woman. Oh, this is crazy. It would be normal to think that a sick person wouldn't go to a wedding without an escort. She didn't even tell me that she was coming to the wedding. I was surprised that she showed up at the wedding venue. She never says her plans until the last minute. Well, aside from all of that, we're talking about you right now, not her. Yes, I did hear that you're going to be demoted. That's what you get for being a horrible person, Toby.
How dare you say that to me? Don't mess with me right now. You'll regret it. What did this happen to me for? All I did was let a sick person do something. I was being kind, wasn't I? You're so heartless, you know that, right?
You're the one with no compassion, particularly to your wife. Also, you've got no common sense either. You do know that I'm a part of the Human Resource Department, right? But you must know that I've got no power to make any decisions when it comes to any demotions of employees at this company. No one in Human Resources does. We just advise the bosses here.
But you work to do things to other people, though, so how can you not have said something to the boss? Doesn't make any sense to me.
Look, the decision was made by the boss, okay? Even to the people who have nothing to do with the situation. They know what you did was absolutely outrageous. The boss said the same thing, and it seems like you deserve the demotion, Toby. They said that we don't need someone who does such unreasonable things at the head office.
They can't just do something like that to me. You're the one that told all the people at work about all the nonsense at the wedding. That's defamation.
No, it's not. I just said that you cut the wedding cake with another woman at your own wedding, and everyone found that so strange and knew that it wasn't right. Oh, and also, the place you've been demoted is basically in the middle of nowhere from what I saw in the transfer papers. It'll be interesting to see what that office is like. I wonder if it will take a few hours to get there from here by bus, car, or even plane. I wonder. It looks like you've been pushed to the outskirts so you can calm down for a while.
You've gotta be kidding me, right? Why the heck is this happening? I'd rather just quit my job than be sent into the boonies. How dare they?
Uh-huh. Wait a minute, what did you just say before? You'd honestly quit such a good job because you don't want to be transferred? That's a bit pathetic, don't you think?
It's not pathetic. Shut up. I got good grades when I was in college and school, so I'll be able to get a good job quickly if I quit this job.
Whoa. You're lying to me, right? You're not actually seriously considering quitting your job? Do you really think that companies in this town want you?
People talk, you know that, right?
Hey, of course they would want me because I'm a smart and excellent worker. Your little scheme, Beverly, it failed. I hate to break it to you, but it didn't work out.
Okay, interesting that you think that way. I'm just shocked that you'd jump into a decision like that and risk you not having a job. You've got a calm and collected mind then. Because there's no one to help you when you've burnt your bridges with all of your relatives after they voiced their opinions of what you did. Do you really think that at this stage it's a good idea for you to quit your job? Fine, whatever. Do what you like, Toby. It's on you. But you are just making things worse for yourself.
Hey, Toby, so I think the documents will arrive to your house later on today. I'm just letting you know it's something to expect. To be honest, this shouldn't come as a shock to you. I paid for all the wedding expenses, filed for the divorce papers, and filed for compensation through my lawyer. Since I had to fork out for everything, you need to pay me back.
What did you just say? Are you kidding me? Why do I have to pay for anything? You're the one who ruined the wedding, so I should be free from any payments. You should have just put up with what happened. Build a bridge and get over it, Sandra. This is unbelievable. It's all your fault. Don't you dare pin anything onto me. You're to cover all the expenses and that's it. I shouldn't need to owe you anything for that. I won't divorce you either or pay for the alimony.
You know, you shouldn't really lie about the situation you're in, Toby. You can just be honest and say that you've quit your job and have no means to pay me back. Why on earth are you unemployed right now? You really do have bad timing when it comes to important things, don't you? It's embarrassing to do something like that unplanned.
What the heck? How on earth did you know that I'd quit my job? What's your deal? Are you spying on me or something? You're literally the craziest person I've ever met, Sandra.
Don't call me crazy when I wasn't the one who cut our wedding cake with some other woman. You do know that Beverly has been keeping me updated on every detail about you, right? I really couldn't believe that you had just gone and quit your job when it was in such a good opportunity, all because you didn't want to go to the rural area of the country? Well, I guess it makes sense since another woman thought it would be great to interfere with our wedding day. It's not really unreasonable for me to say that quitting your job is a stupid thing to do.
Wait, what are you talking about? I can't believe that little snitch has been giving you all the gossip on me. How dare she? But I guess old hags like you talk a lot, right?
Well, I guess you didn't realize what I heard from my friend then. Beverly's sister was kicked out of her parents' house after doing what she did with you. She was actually living with her family and didn't have a job, so I guess she tried moving in with you, am I right? But you also have no job, so you're both in a bit of a pickle, huh?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about right now. That's just simply not true. You know nothing of my situation and you can stop being like this right now. I hate it.
But, you know, unfortunately for you, you quit your job and can't do anything for that poor woman, right? You've got no choice but to rely on yourself. That's why she's been thrown out, okay? You were just so kind to her because you thought that she was really sick, right? In the end, she was judged for having nothing but money on her brain. What a shame for you both.
No, that's not true. She's got nothing to do with me right now. What's happened up until now has been your responsibility, and it's because it's all been set up to make me look bad. All because this poor woman is suffering from this terrible illness. How dare you not consider the feelings of someone who's so ill that they can barely stand up for more than a few seconds?
Are you stupid or something? If anything, you're the one who did wrong to a really sick person. And that sick person would be me, Toby.
Huh? What do you mean? What on earth are you talking about? Are you trying to tell me that you're the one who's actually sick? You're messing with me, right?
Well, I just told you very plain and simply before that I'm sick. So I don't know how you're not understanding what I'm saying, Toby. Just shut up for a minute and listen to me. Just over a few months ago, I wasn't feeling so good. I was feeling really fatigued when I would hardly be doing anything during the day. So I thought it was better to go and see the doctor about it. So the doctor ran a few tests like blood, urine, and I ended up doing a CT scan as well. The results came back positive for a possible tumor. It's found in my uterus.
Hold on a minute. Are you being serious right now? The doctor actually found something in you? But you've been looking so healthy and good lately. How is that possible?
I was waiting to see if the medicine that I was put on by the hospital would shrink the tumor because I had a wedding coming up, but the doctor didn't see any signs of it getting smaller. I've been advised to have the surgery as soon as possible after the wedding. I did tell you about it, Toby, but you never listened to me, so of course you don't remember. And do you know why I know you weren't listening to me? It was because you were distracted by your phone. You were too busy on your stupid social media accounts.
Well, that's not entirely my fault. You just picked the wrong time to talk to me about something important, Sandra. You could obviously see that I was on my phone.
When is telling you something about my health ever a good time, Toby? Also, I told you to put your phone down dozens of times and you still didn't do it. You never do. It's important that if you marry someone that you actually take the time and effort to listen to them and actually keep eye contact rather than staring at pointless messages. But of course, when I brought it up, it seemed like you just wanted me to go away and not bother you. You even actually put the phone down and said that you heard me, and I walked off.
Oh, really? I actually said that to you? I hardly recall that happening. I really had no idea that you were talking about your health, the doctor visits, the tumor, or anything like that.
It was the last few months before the wedding, so I had a feeling that things were a bit tense between us, but it doesn't mean you get away with not listening to me. I get it. It's natural for everyone to be sensitive at times, but I really believed that you changed after we got married. It was stupid to believe that it would happen, but it didn't. I had seen your kind side up until this point in our relationship, so I wanted to believe that you could change your ways. Even on our wedding day, it didn't change. Don't you remember? You were shaking with nervousness as you put the wedding ring on my finger, yeah? I guess I should thank you for trying your best to be by my side. But I don't need this kind of toxicity from you, or anyone else for that matter, when I'm trying to get better. I thought I really wanted to do life with you and walk with you every step of the way.
Well, let's continue walking together then. Let's not fight over such trivial things. If you just apologize for what happened, I'll forgive you. Just do that for me.
Are you kidding me right now? You're still asking for an apology? I did nothing to you. It's all your fault. Stop making this all a huge joke. I can't handle this.
Excuse me? How dare you talk like that to me? I'm giving you another chance here, and you should be grateful that I am, so you need to calm down.
I've told you over and over again that you should be the one apologizing to me. Why must I keep repeating myself? It's getting really frustrating dealing with you. I never thought that you would be stupid enough to not understand something that I've repeated to you so many times. Do you hate apologizing that much?
I do not, but you need to also apologize. That's all I'm saying to you, Sandra. What's so wrong with that? Couples should both be able to say sorry.
I thought that I continued my journey of life with you, but you were the one who destroyed that image for me. You absolutely annihilated it, Toby. When it was time to cut the cake, I was treated like a nuisance by you, and as the bride, I felt like I was pushed to the corner of the room. It was so embarrassing. I was meant to be in the lead role that day, but my role was snatched away from me. And I was the bride, for goodness sake. All I could do was watch you. I felt humiliated. You were smiling and laughing with the others while you were cutting the cake. I couldn't believe it. It was like I was just non-existent in that stupid wedding. My thoughts and determination had been trampled upon, and I was made to feel miserable about the entire thing. It actually sucked so much. And yet, you said that I should apologize like it's that obvious. It's not at all. Are you kidding me? I think I'm right in saying that everyone would agree that I shouldn't be apologizing.
But you should be, though, because you're overreacting a lot when it comes to what happened. It's just a cake, Sandra. So what if you didn't get to cut it?
It doesn't matter if someone is sick or not. You just let someone ruin our wedding. How could you give in to some disgusting woman like that? She manipulated you. All my relatives got up and left. They were outraged, and I don't blame them for feeling that way towards you. At least angry adults are mature enough to justify what they did and said. You can't.
You think the adult thing to do is to just walk out of the wedding venue and to criticize me afterwards for doing what I did? No way. That's crap.
Ugh, that's it. I've had enough of this. You are to compensate me for what you've done, which is humiliate me, treat me like crap emotionally, and just being a terrible husband. You are to sign the divorce papers I sent to you because I no longer want to be married to someone who makes me feel like I don't exist. You don't listen to me. You don't tell me anything about what's going on, and I shouldn't have to put up with that. This marriage is over. Go and find another woman to bother with your stupid opinions and ideas.
You can't just do this to me. I'm your husband and I refuse to be nothing but that. I'm not gonna sign anything if I can help it. I guess I've got no choice but to involve my lawyer as well.
Oh, shut up, you stupid man. You won't be able to get anything out of me because I was never in the wrong. You were. Good luck, because you'll need it going up against me. After hearing about Beverly's sister getting kicked out of their family home, more information came out about her. Not only did she steal the spotlight from Sandra on her wedding day, but she had been giving money to a host club and was in a lot of debt with them now. She's now working at night to pay off her debts to the club. Since she also had to pay compensation to Sandra for cutting her cake and ruining the wedding, things were really spiraling downwards for Beverly's little sister. Before that, she has so much intelligence since she convinced Toby that she was sick and wanted to do something at his wedding. She did it like the most natural thing in the world. She was being horrible and she knew it. But no matter where she goes, she can never get a good job to pay off what she owed. Sandra heard that Toby is currently confined to his parents' house for doing what he did to her. Everything about Toby is being managed by his father and has a lot of trouble trying to figure out how to leave the house without permission. On the condition of being able to leave his room, he was forced to undergo a vasectomy. Apparently, his pride is completely shattered because of it. In order to pay Sandra her alimony, he works in the fields and in an environment with only men. Meanwhile, Sandra has currently engrossed herself in her work. By improving herself, she's able to become a person that sees other people more clearly. The incident with Toby has made her re-examine her relationship with the people around her and when it comes to dating other men. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Mara, what was all of that about? What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're going on about right now. Please stop playing dumb with me. Why was the key to the house changed on me while I've been out? I never heard anything from anybody about how it was going to be changed today. Right now I can't even unlock the door to let myself in.
There was no reason for anyone to tell you about it happening. Had someone told you, then there would have been no point to the rest of my plan. My plan was to punish you by doing so.
I really don't get why you want to be punishing me right now. Did I do anything to you recently that's made you upset with me?
Huh? Oh, don't start telling me you have no idea what I'm talking about. The fact that you're my son's wife of all people means you shouldn't be going out again late into the night to drink and play around.
To drink and play around? I think you're a bit mistaken, Mara. I had to stay late at work again tonight, and that ended up going until 10 p.m. before I was able to end my shift and come home.
Stop lying to me about having to work overtime. I want a jobless and useless woman like you out of my house.
Why do you continue to think that everything I'm telling you about my job is a lie?
You take a look at your husband and learn your place right now. Marcus happens to be working for one of the largest companies in the state, and even while he's doing all of that hard work, he comes home during the middle of the day to work remotely because he's always worried about me. Unlike you, who's always leaving this house and me behind, he's actually here caring for his family.
What I'm about to say is just words. But that son of yours who is always around the house with you never once does anything to actually take care of you or the house. Things like cleaning, laundry, and cooking are all things I've been having to do, right? So don't start telling me to take a look at what my husband is doing when all he's doing is coming home to do absolutely nothing all day long.
Marcus is my son, which means that he doesn't have to do any housework here. And also, he happens to be making $30,000 a month at his job, which is more than enough for me. A deadbeat like yourself having to do all of the chores here is the only thing you're good for anymore.
Right. I get what's going on here now. You're being made to believe something that really isn't true at all now.
Huh? I'm not listening to my son's wife talk about nonsense now. Anyhow, you're going to stay outside for the night and let the cold January air cool your head off for me. But make sure you're still around for tomorrow so that you can get all the chores done. If you're not here to do them, I will never forgive you.
This is beyond unreal.
Mara, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get me to shut up anymore if that's the way you're going to act. And I'm not going to shut up anymore either with how you've been behaving. Always making such a big deal out of absolutely nothing at all.
What do you mean by that?
You have no right saying that to me now after you just punched someone in the face with your frickin' ashtray. I was just letting the parasite that decided to take a nap on the couch know that I will not allow her to slack off.
I was just laying down for 5 minutes. Because I had nowhere to sleep last night, being locked out of the house, I had to go to the nearest fast food joint and sit there working all night long. And yet I still made sure to come back here this morning to do all the chores for you, right? I have done everything I was asked to do by you and Marcus.
Oh, don't start acting like you're all that when all you ever do is some hopeless part-time job.
Part-time job? So now you're thinking that the only thing I do all day is work a part-time job?
That's what Marcus told me about you. He told me to stop taking all my anger out on you so much for what you've been doing, but I have been at my limits for long enough here. Oh, Marcus is such a kind little man.
And so instead of listening to what your son told you, you instead took a metal ashtray and smacked me upside the head with it, sending me to the hospital?
You really think that me hitting you in the head like that required you to go see a doctor? I'm getting really, really fed up with your lame jokes. I'm sure you're not even at the hospital right now and are instead out drinking and playing around again, right?
I am going to get the documents from my doctor and I'll come home and show you I wasn't kidding.
Things like that can be faked using a computer very easily. You're not going to fool me with any of that. I need my son to divorce this night owl whore as soon as possible for me. All you are is a complete bitch that's taking advantage of my Marcus to live life without ever having to take any responsibility for anything.
Excuse me, Marcus? So what you're telling your mom is that I'm not only a part-time worker now, but that I go out and screw around all night while drinking? From what I can see, all you've been doing now is trying to make yourself look like a polished pile of crap right in front of your mom, telling her such things about your wife.
Lena, I had no other choice, alright? My mom has always had really high hopes for me as her son. Ever since my dad ended up divorcing her like that, I've only been a family that she's had. You can understand that for me, right?
So, what you're going to tell me this time is that I just have to endure being treated like crap all because you have to make yourself look semi-decent in front of your mom?
Nobody ever said you had to be treated like crap. Are you really that irritated with me right now?
Of course I frickin' am. You even heard how loud your mom was yelling at me today when you were in your bedroom, right? And no excuses about your door being closed so you couldn't hear any of it either, because she was so loud that it made the walls shake. Seriously, dude, that frickin' hurt like a bitch.
I see. But I'm asking you to please just bear through it for me. Making a massive deal out of this would only make more problems for me, right?
Excuse me?
I am really trying my very best right now, okay? So don't think that it's only you having to put up with how tough things are here. And in the past, you were the one who was helped by me, right? So, how about you help me out a little now by bearing with it for the time being?
In other words, what you're saying is that you don't care that your own mom assaulted me with an ashtray and won't do anything else to try and get her to calm down? Marcus, is that seriously what you're saying?
My mom is related to me by blood. When it comes to you, you're not related to either one of us by blood, making you kind of like a stranger in this household. Makes sense why you're not at the top of our list, right?
Listen here. If you don't cut that crap right the hell now, you are going to really piss this sleeping giant off.
I get it. I really have no other choice then, do I? I'll go have another talk with her about all this. Will that be enough for me to make you happy again? Now, I have a lot going on right now, so I have to go.
Lena, I seem to have had a really big misunderstanding about you up until now.
Mara, what exactly did you have such a big misunderstanding about?
It sounds like I really didn't take the time to understand you like I should have been before. After having my son come out and explain everything to me about you, I was finally able to realize the wrongs of my ways with you. So I'm very sorry about everything I've done to you today and yesterday.
Mara, if you're really aware of who I am now, then I suppose that's some great news to my ears.
That's right. Really, Marcus is such a good little boy. The fact that he was willing to take you as his wife and never abandon such a mentally handicapped woman like you.
Huh?
The real reason you had to go to the hospital yesterday was to go see your psychiatrist, right? I finally understand how things have been for you. Even if you've been a total pain in the butt for everyone in this family, that behavior isn't truly you, but your mental illness, right? Back in my day, people were never very accepting of things like that, hence why I was so unaware of the person you really are and the disabilities you have.
Hold on. What are you actually going on about right now? I never went to the hospital to go see a psychiatrist. I was there getting my head treated after you went and screwed it up with that metal ashtray.
But, Lena, someone with a mental handicap, a mental illness, aren't able to work normal jobs like the rest of us people, right? Marcus never told me anything about what you've been going through all this time. Oh, he really is the nicest boy ever, trying to protect you from my ignorance. But even if you are mentally disabled, that does not give you permission to be my son's wife. I'm going to have to ask you to pack up your things and leave this house at once for me.
Seriously, I'm not screwing around at all right now, you rotten bitch. That damn Marcus. I guess it's true that if the parents are both complete and total piles of rotten trash, so is their kid.
What? No way. So you really are that kind of a toxic woman. You are a monster for trying to deceive me. I'm going to have to protect my son from such a beast as you right now.
Ugh, screw this shit. I am leaving your house right now. But are you 100% certain that that's what you want to happen? Because the moment I start packing up all my stuff and head out the door, that's it for me and I'm never coming back.
I'm totally okay with you getting the hell out of our lives. I want you to disappear right now. Being able to finally exterminate such a pest from my life, from my son's life, makes me feel so much relief. Excuse me, Lena, what's going on here? We just got a notice in the mail about the payments on this house's rent, and we're being told that there's been no money that's been transferred to the housing company. Oh, don't tell me that you took all the money that was being used to pay for this house before you left."
The account that's used to pay the rent on that house was shared between Marcus and I, so that can't be the case.
Then why was the rent not paid when it should have been?
I don't know, nor do I care. If you really want to know the answer to that, then go talk with your $30,000 a month son instead of me. He's the one with his name on the place after all, and he's the one you wanted living with you. So don't start asking me like you were expecting me to be paying the rent when you just kicked me out of there and also made it sound like I have no money.
Well, Marcus told me that since you're no longer here, there's no way for us to pay that rent. In other words, this proves that you stole the money from us, right?
Well, so far you haven't been able to prove anything. I seriously do not get it. After all that's happened to his own wife this past week and a half, he's still going to lie to you about all of it?
What are you talking about? What kind of lies are he telling me still? Are you really saying that my son Marcus is to blame for all of this? Is that really the way a wife like you should be talking about your husband, for God's sake? Honestly, I am going to have to figure out some way that'll get you to understand your position in this family.
I'm not listening to anything a completely lost old hag has to say to me.
What did you say?
As for that $30,000 a month that you always love to talk about, I'm the one making it.
What?
Currently, with my online business that's been doing wonders for me, I've been able to operate and run multiple businesses. And when taking all of those businesses into account, I have exactly 100 employees working for me.
What?
In other words, my income has been the one thing that's allowed for both you and your son to continue having a roof over your heads and food on the table. Things like the gas, the water, the internet have all been paid for by me each month. And the same thing goes for the taxes on that place and the rent itself. Really, the only person between the three of us that's not done jack this whole time has been your son. The reason behind there being no more money left in that account probably starts with your son having used it all up already.
What? You think I'm about to start believing a word you just said to me? What kind of a business are you talking about? Oh, I get it now. You're running some kind of an illegal business online now, aren't you?
An illegal business? If that's the kind of thing you're going to start calling my career, then let's take a look at your own flesh and blood. He's been the one illegally importing goods to then sell on the black market after all.
The black market?
He likes to import things discreetly using smaller boats and then sell those really cheap items for insanely expensive prices on the black market, labeling them as real, authentic items. But so far, he's had a tough time getting any customers to stick around and buy from him, leaving him with only around $30 a month in income.
You're lying about that. My son is working for one of the largest and most famous companies in the state.
And he was fired from that company years ago. All he's been since that happened is a jobless nobody that likes to try sticking his hands in illegal business. Go ahead and tell him what I'm about to say to you. If he doesn't start telling the truth to you about me right now, I'm going to stop paying the rent on that house forever.
And who do you think you are saying things like that? Are you really going to start talking trash about my son, your husband? Hey, you answer me right now. Lena!
Yo, Lena! I'm not playing any more games with you now.
You're not wanting to play these games, but you're the one that wanted to start playing them so badly that you went and talked trash about your own wife to your mom. How come after all the horrible lies you've told her about me, you think you can still talk like I have to listen to you?
I told you already, I feel bad for doing all of that.
You already... Not once have you ever said you felt bad for doing any of those things to me. All you've done is say you have no other choice and that you have to continue licking your mom's boots or else she'll be sad or some crap.
Stop being so nitpicky here. Now you just come back to the house.
You already know that I'm not wanting to do that anymore.
Why not?
Not only has this crap between your mom and I been going on forever now with you lying to her all the time about me, but just the other day she smacked me in the face with a frickin' ashtray and it broke my skin open. And you've not stepped in once to make this any better for me, the one that's being abused by her. I've come to think that you actually enjoy escalating all this fighting and don't really feel bad at all for what's happened to me.
I get that things have been bad lately. And it's the truth that I've been pushing a lot of the blame and such onto you, so that my mom won't become mad at me for the things I've been up to. But really soon here, I'm going to be successful, okay? I'll become a freelancer like yourself, doing good business. And you were able to exceed there, right? I get that it's taking time for me to get there, but I'm so close to bringing in loads of money like you've been doing for us.
Where's the proof of that then?
I don't have anything concrete just yet, but you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I do not. Because so far, the only thing I've ever seen out of you these past few years is your lazy ass always in bed sleeping in and never getting up to even make your own food. You think that way of living is going to make you the same as me overnight? And even if you were able to become freelance yourself, would it really make you look good? I've been doing it for a long time at home, yet your mom chose to still call me a useless, unemployed woman because I never left the house.
I'm well aware of that.
I had to pay for an office to go to every day in order to get away from her and make her realize that I do, in fact, have a job. And that's what I've been doing since then. But while I had to go through all of that for no good reason at all, you have been sitting there the whole time doing nothing but enjoying your leisurely self. When you leave the house, you're doing what again? Going out to see how your fake products are selling? Shut the hell up, Marcus. Shut your goddamn mouth, Marcus.
Having to work from home was like that sometimes.
Where the hell is your $30,000 a month then that you've been lying to your mom about? All you ever make is the same amount of money most kids are given in their allowance per month.
You're supposed to be appreciative of me.
Appreciative of you? Did you ever once help me in the past? Listen here, bud. I really am thankful that you were able to find my purse, pick it up, and give it back to me. I'm sure that's what ended up kicking off our relationship to one another. But are you really going to sit there for the rest of your life saying that picking up my $20 purse from a secondhand store, which had nothing in it at all, is something I need to be appreciating you for every single day? If that's something you think I should be praising you for doing, then let's think about what I've done for you ever since you lost your job years ago, and for your mom. Where the hell is that appreciation you should have for me moving into your family's house, paying all the rent and other bills, feeding the both of you, and having to do all the chores while working over 60 hours a week myself?
I am very thankful for what you've done. But I'm really trying my best over here.
Shut your frickin' mouth. I am not forgiving either one of you anyway, so screw this conversation.
Yo?
How's about a good old-fashioned divorce? Just having to sit on my phone talking to either one of you causes me to sweat with anger.
Something like that is way too quick, right?
Way too quick, you say? Nothing about a divorce happening now is too quick. I have been putting up with you and your mom for a very long time now. The only reason you're saying this is too quick is because you've been so disconnected from reality that you never were able to see me losing interest in both you and your family, right? For a while, I didn't even want to have to live with a divorce under my belt at my age, but you know what? Once I explained the reasoning behind such a divorce, anybody would be able to sympathize with me. I'm just wasting my time now sitting here working my ass off trying to stay alive when your mom is trying to kill me, and you're sitting around wasting my money.
Huh? Stop acting like such a victim now. So you think you can just get away with saying that all this has been a pain for you and nobody else?
I sure as hell do think that, and I will. Your mom is the literal definition of a bitchy fat whale who does nothing but sit around on that lazy boy of hers watching dramas all day. And I've had to do all the chores for you guys while my cunt of a husband does nothing but sit in his room laying in bed playing video games while telling his whale lies about me being a whore who goes out to drink all night. What the hell was I thinking putting up with this for so long while also having to support you both like you're my freaking pets? You both are insects, literal parasites.
That's just right now, though.
Who the hell do you think is going to believe that when this has been going on for years, Marcus? Even if you try to do anything to me after today, I'm cutting ties to you and your mom and won't be seeing you guys anymore. This is what the both of you deserve after what you've done to me. All you've been is manipulative little assholes who thought they could continue to treat me like I'm less than family. So here you go.
Lena, please, come back here and help us out. Oh, damn it, I forgot to block your number yesterday. Now that you've reminded me to, goodbye. Wait, at least listen to what I have to tell you first about our situation. No thanks, I don't care about either of you guys anymore and will not do anything for you no matter what you tell me. I heard about everything after talking with Marcus. You'd been working your butt off for the both of us this whole time without ever saying much of a word. However, that got me nothing in return besides years of my money being wasted on the both of you as well as my time. I never thought that my Marcus would get into a company like that, only to end up being fired from there half a year later. And I hear the company he joined happened to be the same one your husband was running before you guys got that divorce. He took on your guys' son, feeling bad for him after having to leave you both, but found out soon after that he was useless trash to the company. Marcus told me that he left his job there due to his health or some BS. But the real reason happened to be that he caused a scandal there. What? He never told me anything about that. And what exactly do you know about all that stuff? The company his dad runs is one of my customers. And when I went to him asking about what happened with his son and the job he had there, he opened up to me about everything he'd done. Your son's a massive dumbass that thought he could get away with stealing loads of the company's money. Your ex-husband even told me to give up on your guys' son as he's not worth it. No way, my Marcus would never do something like that. Even after all the lies he's told you, you're still going to latch on to him like he's some precious and kind baby? I said both your ex and you were stupid before, but now I can see it's only you who's lacking any brain cells. I don't really care about anything else you have to blabber on about to me now, so I'm blocking you. I told you to wait just a second, please! What is with you asking me to wait without there being any real reason to? You're actually more annoying than that pile of crap's son, you know? Do you even have a heart inside that chest of yours? You have to understand what's going on here already. No, I don't. I don't care to and won't be listening to you about what's happened. If you leave the both of us, who will be around to take care of us in this house? Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Ask your waste of a child to try getting out of his bed for once to do that for you. No way! Marcus keeps telling me he doesn't want to work as a company employee ever again. And I've been a housewife all my life, so I've never worked a day in my life for the past 30 years. Then here's the perfect chance for you. Being in your 60s now with literally nothing to put on your resume may be a tough hire for most, but I'm sure that someone somewhere would love to have you as part of their team. Then how about you go ahead and hire my son to come and work for you? Having someone you're married to working for you won't be so bad, right? You already know how great of a kid he is after all. Huh? Are you even listening to me right now? He's the kind of scum that literally begged for his dad to hire him because he couldn't find anywhere else to go. And then after being hired, he started a scandal, stealing large amounts of the company's money from underneath his own dad's nose. Who the hell would want to hire a creature like that? He's your husband, right? Why are you such a cold wife to him? All right, you're blocked. What? Wait, Lena, hold on. Lena! I said hold on! Lena, how dare you block me like that when I was still talking? Oh my God, you have another number? I had to in case something like this were to ever happen. Now how dare you block your own mother-in-law's number like that when you're my son's wife? If I can remember this correctly, you guys were saying that me not being related to you both by blood meant that I was like a stranger. He told me that 5 times, actually. I'm sure he was just saying those things to get you to shut up. He never actually meant any of it, and neither did I. So can you please come back to us and talk this all out? I made sure to leave the door unlocked for you. Screw off. The next time you'll be hearing from me is when my lawyer gets involved and has a word with you both. Your lawyer? What do you mean by that? I'm already divorcing your son, of course, but I've also made sure to file a criminal report against you both. What? Why would you do that? So you're the one who's been mentally handicapped this whole time. After hitting me in the head with a metal ashtray, you just assumed nothing else would come of it? Well, that was you assaulting me. And for a reason that literally made no sense at all. That was a great crime you committed there, so have fun when you face the judge. Now you're just taking things way too far. That was just an instance between a woman and her daughter-in-law, right? You literally cut my head open with that hit, so I'm not staying quiet anymore.
I have the medical reports from after the doctor had to stitch my head up at the ER, and you left me with a concussion. So good luck fighting this in court. I've also made sure to talk with Marcus's dad about all of this, and he said that I have his full support. What? Seems that your husband divorced you for some of the same reasons I'm divorcing your son over now. For someone who doesn't do anything at all, you're really good at making others feel like they're at fault for everything. I can see why after having to deal with your helpless ass for so long, he lost the love you once had. Yet even after that divorce was said and done, you continued to harass him, and he had to take things even further by getting a restraining order placed on you. Damn. You frickin' monster! How much more are you going to make me seem like an idiot before you're happy? No wonder Marcus was always taking all your money from you. Besides money, you're no good for anything. Ugh. Shut your frickin' mouth, you fat hog of an old bitch! What? Today really is a day of celebration, isn't it? So that's the only anger I'll be showing now. After all, in a little bit, both you and that good-for-nothing runt you vouch for all the time won't have any more food to eat, no roof over your heads, and no money in your pockets. What are you saying? I mean, you and Marcus won't be able to afford to buy food or pay for that place anymore, right? And since you'll have to start paying off a settlement to me, there's no hope for you guys even if you find jobs. I have all the evidence I need as well, by the way, so there's no other outcome at this point. No way! Did you know that every single day you would yell at me, and on the day you would hit me, I was recording it? Both with video and audio, just to make sure I got it all. And since I was the only one ever cleaning the house, you guys would never have found the mics I hid, or the cameras. And when you attacked me while I was sleeping on the couch, I have that in 4K. You've had plenty of years now to act like spoiled bitches, so now it's your turn to take a little responsibility for all your actions. No! I'm sorry. Oh, this is all my fault. I just misunderstood so many things was all. And the fact that my baby Marcus was so dang cute, I had no choice but to spoil him. You are a part of our family. You're the most important member of our family. The fact that you call your son, who is in his 30s now, a cute little baby, is so cringe that I'd gouge my eyes out with spoons if I had some to use. But luckily, I am shaking in my seat right now over how much I want to say goodbye to the both of you jackasses forever now. So from here on out, please don't ever talk to me or come near me ever again. No way! We'll be in so much trouble. Please do something to help us. How about you do something to help me for a change? Take that phone of yours and crush it under your foot right now. Huh? I said, take that phone of yours, put it on the ground, and then stomp on it. You see, you and your son are both the most meaningless people I've ever had the misfortune of being around. And, well, I want you both to suffer for what you've done to me, so crush your phone. That way you won't ever be able to talk to me again, no matter how many times you change your number, right? And after all the help I'd done for you guys already, I think one favor from you is fair. It's such a relief to have finally exterminated pests like you from my life. After all of that, I was able to safely and successfully get that divorce I'd been wanting from Marcus. And along with his mom, I was able to get a settlement of over $30,000 from the both of them. This then put them into instant debt, and with no way to pay for their rent, they were both kicked out of their house within weeks and sent to the streets. So right now, they're both living under a bridge not too far from their house, enjoying their lives as homeless people in this nice, crisp, cold January weather. It seems that Marcus isn't even bothering with his business anymore, and even though he'll have to start looking for work again, with the way he acts and behaves, there's no way he's actually going to start doing so. I wish I could have had more time to try and teach him that sitting around in his room all day in his 30s wasn't a good idea, but being forced to do everything for that family made that the least of my worries. And let's be real here, that wouldn't have really changed his outcome anyway. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.